This video shows why you can't bold or italicize certain fonts you've installed locally. So installing extra fonts is a really fun way to change up different things or have new projects that you're working on and sort of give some life and structure or like a voice to what you're doing. So in this instance, I've installed an extra font called Jura. So I downloaded it from Google Fonts and I extracted it. I installed it over here and I'm going to apply it to this text. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to select it. I'm going to pick the text. So you can see it's listed, Jura is listed here in my options. It changed my text, but when I go up here, I don't have any ability to change to a thicker font or italics or anything like that. I have basically no options. This is grayed out. So if I look over here at my fonts folder inside of Windows, you can see the font is there, but I can't do anything else with it. So I've installed it. I reopened my application. It's not available. So I'm going to save this and then I'm going to close this. And I've already downloaded the font. You can see I have the zip file here and then I extracted it here. But I went to Google Fonts and I clicked download family. So this is one place you can get different fonts. So I've already done that, but it doesn't seem to work. So once that happens to you, if you go into the folder you downloaded, it's possible where all the files are extracted, it's possible you're missing some of the fonts. So what I did was I had installed this Jura variable font weight, this font file right here. That's what I installed over here by basically dragging and dropping it, except for it didn't give me any options. So what you want to do is you want to look for any other folders that are available in that fonts folder. So for me, I have a static folder. I'm going to double click that, and here is a whole bunch more files. So if I shift click all these and I drag them over here, it's going to say, do I want to replace the existing one? I'm going to say yes. And it's going to install those 5 fonts, which even though it's one font, they're technically different font files, all 5. Now I have to, if I go back over to Photoshop, you see I still don't have any other options because this is open. This application is not going to look for that new font file until I reopen it. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to reopen Photoshop. I'm going to open that file that I had, which actually I'm just going to drag and drop. I'm going to click on it again and select it. And now I have many other options. Same name, but if I go to my fonts folder, it still just says Jura. You can't really see anything different, but now it does show the light, regular, medium, semi-bold, and bold. So you can tell it has 5 different ones. And so if I go back over here, you can see now my text looks much different. So I can do semi-bold, I can do bold. So that's quite a bit different than only having access to what was called light originally. So depending upon what you're doing or what you're printing, this might not be enough and you might feel like you can't actually use the font. But if you go back and you install all of the font files and then restart the application, that's key. If you already have Word or Adobe or any of those products open, it's not going to look for that font until you restart the application. So once you do that, you should be able to have all the features available to you and you should be able to do anything that you need to. And that's how you can then have access to italics and different font weights, whatever is actually available with that font.